Sneakin and Henson. My name is Willis, and this is Todd.
What's up?
And we are like movie critics and stuff. Nah, not really. We just sneak into the Henson and find out what Newman's plan on showing us on Mondays and Wednesdays. Then we tell y'all what's up, like if y'all should waste y'all time or not. Cause we know y'all be skipping them assemblies. Well, today the first presentation we will be reviewing is a documentary called Life of Vivian Leigh on the set of A Streetcar Named Desire. Nah, man. It's Vivian Leigh. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Anywho, it's a documentary of her. Here's the clip. So, Miss Leigh, tell me about your experience in filming A Streetcar Named Desire.
Well, being my second Oscar for Best Actress in a leading role, I would say that I did a brilliant job.
Okay, but I want to know about your experience.
Well, after originating the part on Broadway, I was chosen to reprise my role as Blanche Dubois. While acting on stage is difficult, I would say recreating the role on screen was even more of a challenge. There's so many intricate details that one has to perfect and analyze to perfect the role.
So, what were some things you did to prepare for the role?
To completely connect with Blanche as a character, I bleached my hair, which was originally brunette like it is now, but I ended up simply wearing bleached wigs instead.
How was working with Vivian Leigh for you? You see, I wasn't very fond of Vivian, and I wasn't the only one who had problems with her. She also clashed with the director, Elia Kazan, over her interpretation of the role Blanche. As for me, it was her British manners and stuffiness that bothered me a bit. But as work progressed, I began to admire her for her greatest determination to excel. Like in many ways, she was Blanche. She was memorably beautiful, one of the great beauties on the screen. But she was also vulnerable, in her own life having very much like that of Tennessee's wounded butterfly. Like Blanche, she slept with almost everybody and was beginning to dissolve mentally and to fray at the ends physically.
Vivian was great in this movie. Part of her great work just came from her dedication and hard work. For example, she could not wait to come to set every day and was usually the last actor to leave set at the end of the day.
Performance was haunting. Miss Leigh accomplishes more than a worthy repeat of the performance which Jessica Tandy gave on the stage. Blessed with a beautifully molded and fluently expressive face, a pair of eyes that can flow with emotion, and a body that moves with spirit and style, Miss Leigh has indeed created a new Blanche Dubois on the screen, a woman of even greater fullness, torment, and tragedy.
It was one that can truly be said to have evoked pity and terror. It was one of the greatest performances to ever be put on screen.
Leigh was magnificent.
Leigh brought to the role everything that I intended and much that I had never dreamed of.
I didn't like her. Why not? Why would I? You know what she would do? She would airmail her wigs back to London to be cleaned and have them redressed by wig makers and by theatrical entrepreneur Stanley Hall because she didn't trust the American hairdressers. Like, so disrespectful. But did you know she had a mental illness?
Leigh had some real-life struggles with mental illness, which I believe contributed to how well she performed her role. However, Leigh feels otherwise. My illness following the film's production was due to the role I played. You have to realize that I spent about a year inside the tortured soul of Blanche Dubois, so she's now in command of me and has took me into madness.
Okay. So I have one last question for you. Why do you think that you were chosen for this role?
That's a good question. I'm not quite sure. It was partly Vivian's popularity that really sealed the... Oh, yep, latte, 2 shots, thanks. It really sealed the deal of her being in the movie. She had more box office appeal than Jessica Tandy, largely for her Oscar-winning performance as Scarlett O'Hara in 1939's Gone with the Wind, so I thought that she would be a better choice. And I was right, she was really great in my movie.
Man, I didn't like this this presentation at all. My first problem was the fact that I couldn't pronounce her name. I don't like not being able to pronounce stuff. If you want people to come, they gotta be able to tell a friend what's the presentation called. You know what I mean? I disagree, Willis. I disagree. I believe this actor. What? Nah, you don't know nothing. Excuse me, no, you don't know nothing. Whatever, man. Yeah, okay. Well, right now, we're gonna watch the next presentation. It's called A Closer Look of Kate Blanchett in A Streetcar Named Desire. Here's the clip. My time as playing Blanche Dubois in A Streetcar Named Desire was great. I really tried to live up to the role so that I could capture the nature of the character in the right light. But this role wasn't just plain easy, and it became an acting challenge for me.
Kate is someone who can seem secretive. You don't know what she's thinking. A thing would just happen in her eyes and what she was thinking. But in this very private woman who doesn't give all of her secrets away to a lot of other people, you could see the secret of Blanche. I could never have done it to the brilliance that Kate's done it.
She was an impressive woman due to the fact that she was always on the verge of breaking down, as if there was something tragic that simmers beneath her constructed facade.
She gets it right on the first beat.
I even have a reputation for being the most prepared on a film set. Like, for this role, I watched a 60-minute video of the previous actor who played this role to get a decent idea of what my role is like. And it worked because, in the end, they liked me. Oh, now that was a good presentation, am I right? What's that? I mean, it was genius. I mean, the acting, the presentation, the direction, the storyline. I mean, it was genius. That was good stuff. What direction? What storyline? What acting, Todd? It was all real. That's why it's called a documentary. Anywho, join us next week when we will be reviewing the next upcoming assemblies. The we can sneak back in the Henson. See you next week. Come on, Todd. All right.